This is my new Ford Mondeo daily driver, which I bought for £750. So before we jump in, guys, a lot of you that have been watching the channel for a while are probably wondering what's happening with my Fiesta. Do not worry, it's not going anywhere. This is my old daily. I've had it for 10 years. It's 220,000 miles, so it's double what the Mondeo's done. And it's just tired. And also I'm getting older, and it's not really like anymore, is it? I love it, don't get me wrong, but it will be staying, and I'll be fixing it up and doing bits, but that's not the main focus of this video. I just want to give you an update of it. But there will be more videos of this coming in the future, so don't worry, it's not going anywhere. Let's get back onto the Mondeo. So what exactly have I bought? Well, I have bought a tow bar with an entire car attached to it. So what exactly is this? Well, it's a Ford Mondeo Mk3 ST, which means it's a 2.2 diesel engined Mondeo. I've always liked them. I don't know why. I actually personally think they're a bit classless. They're also a bit timeless design. It's a 20-year-old car, and you wouldn't really think it because it kind of still has the same shape of most of these sort of mid-ranged saloon type hatchback cars you can still buy today, Audis, BMWs, Mercedes, etc. And I just like them. I've always liked them. And I think for 750 quid, it's a lot of car. But really, I needed a new daily driver because I'm getting old. I'm almost 30. That Fiesta of mine is not particularly comfy anymore because I've modified it. And yeah, I just needed something more practical. 5 doors, big boot, heated seats, a clock. And yeah, for 750 quid, I couldn't really go wrong. What's wrong with it? It is a bit tatty, I will admit. Certain things that don't work, like not all the windows work. They only work on the switch on the driver's door, for example. But other than that, a few niggly bits here and there. She's not too bad for 21 years old and 750 quid. So I'll show you the inside, and then there's a few things I want to do in this video. We'll go out and go for a quick drive in it, and yeah, but yeah, £750, my new daily driver. So guys, on to the interior of the Mondeo, and I gotta admit, it's actually a very nice place to be. Tons of legroom in the back. It's got electric windows all round. It's got electric mirrors, auto lights, which is really quite cool. The steering wheel, well, you know, they're Ford steering wheels, they're a bit bland, but I do have cruise control, and it's old-fashioned cruise control. None of this radar guided lane assist stuff. It's just simple on or off, set. In terms of the actual cluster itself, it's really easy to read. You've got a trip computer, you've got MPG, all that sort of stuff. Moving on to the center console, we have 2 cup holders, which actually, joking aside, is a luxury for me because my Fiesta only had 1 and it wasn't that usable. So yeah, that's a real luxury. We have heated windshield, which I think works. We have a heated rear windshield, which I think works. We have whatever the hell that thing is. We have AC. It's got max AC, which is also something the Fiesta never had. And then it's got a 6 CD multi-changer. A 6 CD multi-changer. That is really exciting. I don't think it works, but I've got it. And I don't know how to describe to any young people watching, or sort of younger than me people watching, that don't know what a CD is, to be able to listen to maybe 90 songs in that was sort of groundbreaking. Then moving down, we have heated seats, which is a really, really nice luxury in the winter months. Obviously, we have electronic boot release and traction control on or off. But other than that, it's a really nice cockpit. 6-speed manual box with a really sort of stiff reverse, but it works. Yeah, ashtray. You don't really get those on modern cars. But other than that, there is a lot in here for your money. A lot of car for your money. We've also got, you know, like this, which I didn't realize it had until the other night, which was the auto dimming sort of whatever you want to call this, the rear view mirror. It's I thought this was modern technology. This is a car from 2004 and it's got it on. And we also have a sunglasses holder, oh, which has a pair of sunglasses in it. I did not. That's the Mondeo driver sunglasses, isn't it? The 2000s Repmobile sunglasses. Oh, yes. Yeah, I can already feel myself becoming a Mondeo driver. I can actually feel myself right now driving down the M4 corridor with an overpriced sandwich and an overpriced coffee with my Bluetooth earpiece trying to sell a printer to someone. But guys, for the moment, we need to go to Halfords, which I'm going to go to Trowbridge Halfords because I do need to go to Melksham to pick something up for the 350Z. So we're going to go there. So we'll do that and then we'll come back and we'll fit a few things I want to do cosmetically to the Mondeo because it's a bit tatty around the edges. But yeah, let's go to Halfords. On the way, however, something strange started to happen. Now you listen to me, John. I am on my way to your office right this very second with 4 top-of-the-range printers in the boot of my car. And I guarantee these are going to transform your business tenfold. Right, well that's enough of the 2000s Repmobile. Let's get back to how the Mondeo drives. So, what is this Mondeo actually like to live with? Because I've owned it about a week now, and it's actually really nice. For a 21-year-old car, it's actually very, very, very refined. It's a lot quieter than my Fiesta was, but that's not difficult, to be completely honest with you. And it just drives really nice. Like, it's only done 120,000 miles, so it's not been stupidly far, considering its age. And I really like it. It's got a 6-speed manual box, which is really nice when you're sort of cruising. And the lump under the bonnet is a 2.2 litre diesel, and it is the Transit engine. So it's a cheeky little number. It's not got an horrendous amount of horsepower, but it does have quite a bit of torque. It's quite nice in the mid-range. It does pick up very well, this car. Turbo spools up nice. It's usable power on the road. You've got overtaking power, you've got pull-out junction power. It's very nice, and it's very comfortable. It's a very comfortable car. You've got a lot of leg room in the back. I'm 6'3", so the driving position is all the way back, and I've had people in the back and they said they're amazed at how much leg room they've got. It's got 5 seats, obviously, you know, everything, electric windows all around, like I said. It's got a massive boot, a huge boot, bigger than a Skoda Octavia, I think we worked out, which is a mate of mine's car. And yeah, it's just a really nice car. It's a really nice place to be. The cruise control's nice, the AC's nice, the heated seats are nice, joking aside. Having 2 cup holders nice, like I said. Really, really good car. And I think, I don't know, for 750 quid, just sort of like, you know, something should be wrong with it, but I can't actually find anything about it. Yeah, okay, it knocks and rattles a little bit, and there is a very annoying squeaking noise coming from somewhere behind me, and I cannot find it for the life of me. But yeah, it's not a bad car. Not a bad car. It's good on fuel. I'm getting currently 48.6 to the gallon. Really big tank. Road tax isn't stupid at £220, I think. I can't remember what it was. It's not silly. It wasn't too much more to insure than the Fiesta. So yeah, overall, it's a really good car, and it does handle really well for a big car. Well, I say big car, it's not that big in terms of by modern standards, but it's you'd think for a Mondeo it'd be very roly-poly in the corners, very sort of jarry and all over the place, but it's not. It's a very well sort of car, and I gotta admit, joking to say, it does look really nice from the outside. That low skirt look that these cars have got, they're just nice. So yeah, we're just about to pull into Halfords now, where I'm going to get my wiper blades and brake light, because this car doesn't need those. And then we're going to go back home, fit them obviously, and there are just a couple of little cheeky sort of cosmetic things I want to change in this car. I will say I'm not going to be modifying this car. It is a daily driver for me, but I do want to change the badges, and the aerial is horrible. It looks like a dog's chewed it, and the gear lever, which has lost all the chrome on it. So yeah, there's a few things we're doing. So we'll go and get the brake lights and the and the wiper blades, and we will then go home and do those things to it, and hopefully it will look quite nice, because it hasn't polished up too bad, if I'm completely honest. I've always believed you can polish a turd, and this Ford Mondeo ST is no different. Got the goods. Right then guys, we're back home. We've got the wiper blades. I've got some new gel badges to go on, because the badges are horrific on that car. I did have a new gear knob, I've already replaced that, and also the aerial. They are in the video, don't worry, already done. So let's go and replace these wiper blades. So guys, that brings me to the end of this video, introduction to my new daily driver, Ford Mondeo ST Diesel. I have always wanted one, like I said. I don't know why I've always wanted one. I just like them. I think they're lavishly equipped for what they are. You get a lot of car for your money, and at £750, it was an absolute steal, because it drives really nice. It's still got 8 months MOT on it, and it's really comfortable. And I just think it's going to be a good car for me going forward, because I don't want to say it like you're getting on a bit. I'm almost 30, and I just want something more practical. 4 doors, 5 seats. You'd be amazed at how much more practical that is compared to my Fiesta, which only had, well, it had 5 seats, but it was a 2-door. So it was just really annoying. It had no AC. It was honestly no creature comfort. It didn't even have a clock that worked. Like, that was how basic that car was. So having stuff like this is a real luxury. Plus also it is so much more quieter and comfortable in here. And that's because I haven't modified it. And I will not be modifying this car, really. There may be a few things I do to it, like cosmetically, but I'm never going to be sort of switching the suspension, exhaust, all that sort of stuff, because there's just no point. You can get parts for them, but it's just no point, because you would ruin a car like this. I would like nicer seats in here. These are the base model seats, but I can live with that for the moment. Anyways, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to my new daily driver, Ford Mondeo ST. If you have liked the video, don't forget to like it. If you're new to the channel because you have a Mondeo, I will be making more video content on Mondeos, obviously, because I've got one now. So please subscribe, because there'll be loads more videos to come in the future. I've got to do the brakes at some point, so that'll be a video coming up. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Keep enjoying your crusty, rusty, modified cars that you have to spend tons of money on just to keep running like I do. Take care. See you in my next video, guys.